Hey everybody, how we doing? I see some familiar faces. I see some new faces. ¿Cómo estamos todos? Bien? That's it of my languages. I don't have more than that. So, but I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm so grateful for Grand Performances for the invitation to not only come, but to curate a night and get to curate a lineup of poets, not only whose poetry I enjoy, but women who I call my sisters in poetry. And you're in for a beautiful treat. Also, I want to make a small note about Grand Performances. This is the first place that ever gave me a real check for a gig that I had back in 2016. It was the first time I ever saw a comma in a check for poetry. And I was just like, ooh, I made it. And you know, ever since then, it's been really beautiful. And then that was a show that I did here with Rafa Esparza, Yosima Reyes, and my dear friend Maria, whose last name I'm missing right now. But it was really beautiful, and it lives on the archive. But again, about tonight, right? Tonight was a night of poetry focused around women. And when I curated this lineup, I thought of how LA is full of so many deep, rich voices of women, of all types of women and femmes throughout the city. And I could bring to you so many more than the ones that I did, but time has a constraint, right? And so bring me back so I could bring more. No, just kidding. but you're gonna hear today from Jasmine Williams, who, if you know Jasmine, she's the director of the Poetry Lounge, is completely brilliant, and has been my sister for so long. I'm not even gonna say because it ages us. And then we have Ashley August, who is a powerhouse who we stole from New York and lives here. And then Aman K, Batra, who is my best friend, came all the way from the long, faraway land of Artesia. And then you have Vanessa, whose last name I wrote on my hand because I am notorious for never pronouncing things the way they're supposed to, and I want to honor my querida Vanessa. And so her last name is Tahay. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful. And I've known Vanessa since she was in high school and competing at Brave New Voices. And to see her become the powerful woman that she is such an honor. And so she's going to be opening the night for us tonight. I want you to give her a round of applause. And her family is here, and she'll talk a little bit more about that. So Vanessa, come on up. Before you come up. Also, please speak back to us. We're not here to talk at you. We're here to talk with you. So I want you to make noise like Vanessa just told you the best poem you've ever heard. Y'all know what you're doing. Thank you.
Hello, y'all. How we doing tonight? I was rushing my parents to get here on time, but they were late. I was like, leave home by 3 p.m. Don't trust Google Maps. But they did, okay. This poem is dedicated to all my indigenous women and just how I envision them and how I wish people would see us. It's called El Mañana que Nunca Volvió. Hoy declaramos nuestros propios sueños. Venimos de mañanas frías y atardeceres inolvidables, de tierras húmedas y patojos llenos de bondad, que con su sonrisa el sol vuelve a despertar. Hoy venimos listas para erigir un futuro en donde nosotras seremos las ganadoras y nuestras patrias por fin sonreirán. Hoy nosotros al desierto hicimos florecer y los muros vimos caer. Desciframos el llanto del cielo y el enojo de los volcanes dejamos explotar. En nuestro pecho llevamos el palpito del quetzal y en las manos cargamos la fortaleza de Tecún Umán, Atanasio Tzul. Hoy nosotros somos Guatemala. Aprendimos a cosechar nuestro propio destino. Hoy escuchamos al viento complementar la danza del árbol y al pájaro formar su orquesta. Cuando las hojas caen, la tierra tiembla, ya que llevó temporadas para sentir una vez más el beso de su amada. Las piedras callan ya que fueron hechas para sobrevivir tragedias y guardar historias, y así es como quiero que las hijas de mis hijas se recuerden del mundo, de lo bello que es, antes de que los conquistadores trataron de matar todo su color. Thank you. This next poem, I wrote it when my brother was 10 years old. He's now 16. And it's scary that it's still very, very relevant till this day. It's called Prayers. Estas cuatro paredes callan mis miedos. Cada arrojadura es un sueño casi logrado. El seco llamado de esperanza es callado con el eco de ignorancia. When I was 10, I learned how to bake cupcakes with mud, learned the difference between adding and subtracting, never worried of the flawed mom left when she left to search for a future. I discovered my hatred against spicy food. I was taught how to harvest the carrots and climb the apple trees, never stopped counting the days before my first kiss. When I was 10, I thought I knew nothing of traumas. I had forgotten how it felt when I held my mother's sweater so tight and begged her to never leave. El seco llamado de esperanza es callado con el eco de ignorancia. It was 1 a.m. and Carlitos knocked on my door, asked if he can talk to me, asked if I can hear the helicopters surrounding our house or the sirens across the street, asked if I was scared, asked if we were safe. It's 1 a.m. and Carlitos cried. The day before he didn't want to go out, said he might get caught up in a raid. My 10-year-old brother already knew how ICE raids worked. It's 1 a.m. and Carlitos wakes up to check if our parents are still awake, present. He always asks me to pray with him. Mom taught us that in time of crisis, God listens, so we kneel and believe. I tell him not to worry. But how can he trust me when he sees me lock every door in the house? It's 1 a.m. and we talked about his dreams. The house is silent. The walls listen and the sirens stop. He smiled and said, everything. It's 1 a.m. and Carlitos knocked on my door and asked if we were safe. I've never seen him so scared. So I tell him we will rise for our hopes. We will rise for the long nights Mom walked to get here. We will rise and no one better put a price on the times we held each other so close and promised to be each other's backbones. Okay, I'm a very salty person, so when I don't like you, I write a poem about you. That's what poets do, y'all. In case you're dating a poet, just know what you're signing up for, okay? So I wrote this poem dedicated to the kid in my AP Spanish class. I was telling my friend a little chisme about a quinceañera, you know, and then he was like, "Can you say all that but in English?" I was like, I don't even know you. So I was like, okay, let me write a poem about you. Okay. To the white kid in my AP Spanish class who asked me to translate what I was saying into English. No. No. Hell no. Mi lengua es muy juguetona, no sabe cuándo parar. Posee secretos, lenguajes e historias de mis antepasados. My tongue is not going to translate what I just said. It will not accommodate itself to make yours feel comfortable. If I make you feel uneasy, I will not apologize for it. It took courage for my tongue to speak, and it will say whatever and however it wants to. You might think it is inconsiderate for me to not help you understand the enchantment of mi canto. Well, I think it is disrespectful for you to expect me to fulfill your needs. In Spanish, I talk with rhythms, de salsa with a little bit of cumbia y son. The whole room dances at the sound of rolling R's. So when you hear me say, strawberry, it's not because I can't speak. It's because I want you to be in mi danza. So come and I will show you mi mundo. In this house, we never stay quiet. And your business It's our business. You can never say no to my abuela's caldo de pollo because you will end up with some tortillas de mantequilla. The coffee is ready. So my tia sit around the table and ask about el novio. Some would say, mija, you need to stop eating so much pan dulce, estás muy gorda. Others will say, you need to eat more beans con arroz, estás muy flaca. In this house, La Fiesta never starts until all of your cousins arrive, all of them. And it's never end until the jumper is gone. After every celebration, you must not forget el recalentado, and the tamales are to go for everything. Your brother's baptism, your cousin's wedding, las posadas, el baby shower, Christmas, and all the other parties. For our mothers, there's no such thing as time out. You better get familiar with el cincho, la chancla, y la paleta. They say it's more effective than facing the wall. We will open our doors if you decide to dance to the rhythm of our rolling R's. When this tongue speaks, it sings the stories of our ancestors, and it prophesies the life of our coming generations. It moves mountains. It creates thunder. This is a stubborn tongue. So sit and listen to what we have to say. I don't know how much time I got. Huh? Okay, perfect. Okay. I wrote this poem for my grandma. I love my grandma. She raised me till I was 11. She taught me to be the woman that I am today. And she is here, and it's the first time she's seeing me perform. So, gracias, abuelita, porque gracias a usted soy la persona que soy. My grandma's wrinkles are a timeline of unforgotten stories, each one trailing back from childhood. Susana Isabel, a woman full of remedies. Susana Isabel, a powerhouse, a volcano ready to explode, a woman with sturdy roots that don't bend easily. Some call her loud, with hips too wide, a selfish woman, a rude-mouthed woman so difficult to love, but only because they're scared of a limitless woman. Abuela taught herself how to read from a calendar. First, she memorized the numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. She gave life to 6 kids, each unique but similar to her strength. And yes, she's got a wide home birth, a backbone built from adobe, every wrinkle, every scar molded into perfection. So let the heavens strike. This home will never fall. Abuela learned the alphabet through the seasons. Sometime between primavera and otoño, she learned how to spell bloom. Who knew that a viola, a flower, will hold its beauty for so long if kept on the well-drained soil? When I was young, Abuela taught me how to maintain my own soil, how to read using her calendar, how to exhale the silence caused by broken fists and men who know nothing of fearless love. Susana Isabel is a woman fearless to love. She wonders, how long until God snatches the resilience she's worked so hard to keep away from a broken man? But I don't think she realizes that even God stands in awe of her crafted art, her resilience, a masterpiece. For in every step she takes, the earth trembles and the heavens stop to admire that fire that refuses to tire. ¿Cuánta vida me falta? She asks. Estos pulmones aún pueden inhalar. She says, how much more do I need to give? I've still got plenty of anger in these lungs. Thank you.
Un aplauso fuerte para Vanessa. Give it up for Vanessa. Para la familia de Vanessa, su hija es un amor, un encanto. Ha sido un orgullo verla crecer a la mujer poderosa que es. Desde la primera vez que la escuché hasta hoy, me sigue sorprendiendo cada vez, and I'm not going to translate that. Vanessa told me not to. No, it's. I love you so much, and thank you for saying yes to today, and you're a gift. So up next is another one of my sisters. Okay, who here has never been to a poetry reading before? Raise your hand. Okay, it's a couple of you. You're scattered. Just pay attention to the people around you. You're allowed to speak back to us. If somebody says something you don't like, you could be like, yes, fuck him, whatever you want. Whatever moves your spirit to say out loud, you can. You can also come in. You don't have to wait for me to stop talking. Come in and get comfortable as you come in. We want you to get as free as we get with our work. It's our gift to use. We want you to leave tonight feeling like you left something here and you're going home with something else. So for that, I'm going to bring up my sister, Jasmine Williams, director of the Poetry Lounge. She is a playwright, a theater director, and just a badass woman. And we're just twerking at the Poetry Lounge on Tuesday, and now she's here. Give it up for Jasmine.
Thank you. Yes. Hey y'all, how you doing? I'm so happy to be here and see all your beautiful faces. I was just sitting here thinking, and I haven't featured in 3 years. And Yessie, I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. Thank you for helping me to bring myself back to me. Thank you. Let's have some fun, y'all. If you know my work, I write a lot about being a woman and being Black both at the same time. All right, this first poem is called Matter. Did you hear about the Black boy who ran, who was scared, who was playing at the park when, who went to the liquor store for Skittles and was selling CDs and was taking a smoke break when, was riding his bike down Third when, the man with the broken taillight who, the man who reached for his wallet and, whose daughter was in the back seat when, who was left bleeding in the streets and, who had his hands up when, who couldn't breathe and, was in his own backyard when, about the girl who just wanted to swim, about the woman who couldn't use her blinker. Did you hear about the white boy who ran, who was scared too, but lived? Do you know what the rainbow tastes like? Tastes red, metallic. Blood on concrete, taste orange like strange fruits still hanging from Florida's roots, taste yellow. Screaming sour sounds taste purple, bruised and wounded, taste blue, salty. A mother's tear fell into the Atlantic when her sky disappeared, where secrets ripen the ocean floor, where sharks walk on land, where snitches are buried alive in the sand, and Sam is still forcing Jim to call him uncle because crows are often black, flying in flocks, and are constant targets aiming at themselves. They say that we was born to perish, but you know what the color tastes green? Tastes like sweet tea. Tastes like Arizona stuffed into a can. Tastes black, like skin, like hoodies, like hoods, like ghettos, like a neighborhood watch searching for a pot of gold. A Black boy's blues is never over. The record continues to scream and shout, yearning to be heard. It's in the way his voice sings when the sting of a fire hose marries his skin. The pressure is a sweet melody of suffering. It's in the way his back becomes a plantation of ruined flesh. His melanin skips and scratches, and he will continue to sing this song over that repeats over and over and over again. You see, my son will know the difference between shatter and break. He will know that there is, in fact, a difference. He will know how to open a door, how to tie a tie, how to knot a rope. My umbilical will be his first noose, so he will be used to this. He will know how to whistle at anything pretty and will hang and dangle and take flight so beautifully. He will know how to command a room. He will know the sound of Coltrane and Ellington. You see, this will be the soundtrack to his blues, the sound of church bells singing. The church bell sounds. The capsule from the roulette hits the ground and time stops. This black, my blood, this pew, my gospel, my Holy Ghost open casket full of matter, and don't I matter? This Black woman, a blinker, here's a turning lane, use a turn signal. Jesus, take the wheel over her dead body, please, over her dead body. An act, a stunt, a prop, they beat her black into concrete, claimed her suicide, both eyes forced open, ready for a close-up corpse, camera, action, say cheese, say her name. What is her name? They tried to Photoshop the sunlight back into her eyes, you see. They tried to put the God back into her smile, into a mugshot, you see. You say, All lives matter, but matter is the stuff all around you. I guess we ain't good enough to be stuff, huh? Atoms and molecules all composed of stuff. Matter has mass and takes up space, and all this black taking up too much space. Another black life not worthy of matter. A man, liquor store drop-in chokehold. Another life not worthy of matter. Boy, sticky fingers, cigarillos, hands up, never mind, don't matter. Young black boy, you play cops and robbers. Let's play this game. You steal, I shoot. Chitty chitty bang bang boom. This bloodshed, a lousy park and recreation cleanup that won't matter come morning because bullets do not care about age. What's the matter? No, you like to watch my matter leak into these streets, now don't you? Where does the blood flow lead to? The Dead Sea, the Dead Sea. Bible study, a Holy Ghost shout. White boy go chitty chitty bang bang boom in the church. In this house of the Lord, then my black skin was the house that I called sanctuary. My blood flooding this pew now. Preacher shouts, a Charleston massacre, a Minnesota joyride, a Baton Rouge bloody hurricane. All of our black lives not worthy of matter because matter is just stuff and we ain't stuff enough. But I guess it's just another day in the neighborhood. Guess it's just another day in America, you know, that don't really matter. Thank y'all. That poem was for my brother. This next poem I wrote when I was 19, and I wrote this for my mama. And hard worker, you know, and she was superwoman in my eyes and still is. She's in her first year of retirement, y'all, and she's right here. And I wrote this in homage to her and all of the strong women that hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know some people that y'all know, y'all have them in your lives, and that maybe that's you too, that hold it down. If that's you, give yourself a round of applause right now, if that's you. So I want to dedicate this poem to my mother, Renee, and also another woman who championed, who loved this piece, Joanne Smith. I love her so dearly, so this is dedicated to her. It's called Superwoman. So there I am, standing outside the supermarket snacking on some sunflower seeds when I ran into Superwoman. The sight was fascinating. She wasn't her wearing her uniform, rather she was dressed real low-key, but she didn't fool me because she carried 10 large grocery bags, a baby on her hips, a smile on her lips with a mean switch. Now, I said I want to be like you when I grow up. She may look like your everyday woman, but there was nothing regular about her. I mean, she carried 10 large grocery bags, a baby on her hips, a smile on her lips with a mean switch. Now, I was lucky to see her at the store, but you will spot her on the side of the freeway, not hitchhiking, but changing her own flat tire. At school, she was told she wouldn't succeed, but graduates at the top of her class and gets her college degree. We can find her in the stands at football and basketball games, cheering on her sons. You see, Superwoman will raise them into men when he is too cowardly to do the job. She has been called a mistake. Well, you gorgeous mistake. Super is that woman who works 9 to 5 plus overtime and still keeps balance with PTA meetings, cooking, cleaning, Oprah's book club, soccer practice, ballet recitals, and never misses an episode of General Hospital, y'all. Superwoman goes hard, let me tell you. She camouflages weariness so flawlessly, so beautifully. And her nemesis is that damn bill collector that keeps calling every hour on the hour when the bills are past due, but Superwoman may not be sure when some money would come through. Just got laid off her job and her baby needs new shoes, so she puts on her cape and makes a way like when there was no food in the refrigerator. And aside from ketchup sandwiches, she is feasting on the hope and promise that things will get better, turning nothing into something. And she keeps it pushing because she got shit to do. You see, I am Superwoman. I am an expert at pulling through. I have been walking amongst you mere mortals, and it's about time that I reveal myself. You will find me on the side of the freeway changing my own flat tire. I've been called a mistake, was told I wouldn't graduate, but graduated at the top of my class and got my college degree. The term hardworking was left undefined until I became the definition. I can carry 10 large grocery bags, a baby on my hips, with a smile on my lips, with a mean switch, and make Superman something like my sidekick. I will have him shampooing my hair, clipping my toenails, massaging my feet. Matter of fact, he can spoon feed me. I will have this super dude walking my dog, washing my drawers, rubbing my back, just to prove how subordinate he is to my swag. I would then fly to heights that I have never flown before. You see, I will love like he never hurt me, like they never left me, like she always wanted me, and live like the end is near because I had perseverance whipped into my back. determination embedded in my flesh, courage carved on my chest. I am superwoman. Yes, you see, I'm a brilliant woman, magnificent woman. I am a hero sent to carry the weight of the universe. I possess the strength of the strongest foundation. I grasp doubt by the throat and turn it into hope every single time I step foot out of my door. You see, this is the moment that I really put on my cape and not truly become super, but that I become woman. And going on to that same note, y'all, for this last poem, don't talk mess with these bubbles, hit me back in the face. I was thinking about childhood, and we go through life and we have things, and this year has been very, very tough, you know. We've been going through it. So many changes, so many shifts, so many different directions, but I said I wanted to remember the girl in me. And bring a little bit of her into the woman that I need to be today, you know? So I'm gonna give y'all some bubbles. Y'all want some bubbles? And whatever you're going through, whatever is happening, whatever you need to remember, I just said about me coming back to myself, maybe that's a little bit of you. This little bubble of hope, let's hold on to this for the rest of this year, yes? All right, because I see some babies out here. This is called my last piece. Thank you so much for listening. This is called On Becoming a Woman. On becoming a woman, I am girl and woman, both at the same time still. My body is a martyr, was, am the flesh of it, fresh meat, a hunting game. I pray the Lord my soul to keep, but before it dies, and it will die my body, it tells me today, wake up the girl in you. Let's make a mess of things, you and me. Before they disappear me, let's run the city mad and show them how superhuman we could be today. Take notice of how I walk proudly in this skin that I am still living in. Then tonight, let the woman in me become alive. Let's break things vigorously, then make love passionately. Look at how I am still flesh, still blood, still heart, and soul, and mind, and yours, and I'm yours, right? My body said, I'm yours, right? I belong to you, right? My body told me to make love to it here and now. I told my body, yo, chill, be cool. We in front of people and everything. It's not like I don't want you. I just want to be swept off of my feet in romance. I want dinner and a movie first. I want to slow dance in the middle of the street and make up the music. I want to jazz into the moonlight, light a match, and watch the sparks ignite. You see, I need someone who knows about starting fires in a storm, or tornadoes of symphonies, where our flesh becomes the holy grail, and my body screams for a second deliverance that only a second coming can bring. When I was 13, I had not yet become a woman. I knew how to cook and clean, wash and fold. Didn't always do what I was told. At 13, I grew a tongue. My mother threatened to cut it out. It was sharp, bold, always locked and loaded, ready and quick to aim. Fire sparked to show and prove, cold of steel and power. Pistol popping firecracker, always at close range. Filters were for children, but child, I was not, but I still wasn't a woman yet. But see, I already knew how to catch straight bullets in between the grind of my teeth. Taste the dust and spit it right back at the shell of a man that claimed himself to be the shooter. Today, my body begs me not to be so hollow, but to point shit out. Being the trigger and pulling one is a similar dance. And my body tells me today, wake up the girl in you. But on grown-up days like this, when I want to throw in the towel, surrender to the white flag, give up, when I feel like sunshine is hiding behind hell, on days where my body doesn't even feel like my own home, I have to remember my joy. When I was still a girl, remember when we were young, y'all? Do y'all remember that? Where joy, laughter, and imagination begged for us to come outside and play, believing in fairy tales and shit like that. Outside, where healing happens, where scabs and wounds heal quickly because we kept running and we kept playing, and the wind kept kissing our skin and healing those wounds. I was eating now and laters and drinking grape soda and chasing ice cream trucks off into the sunset. While the hustlers rolled blunts, we rolled necks. 30 seconds was all it took for me how to learn how to rock and roll my hips, snap fingers and smack lips like little black girls do, but I still wasn't a woman yet. The day that I became a woman was the day that my body spoke back to me. My body said, you got work to do. My body says it forgives. My body says it forgives me. My body said, do not hold on to dirty laundry that still claws the stench of the ones who hurt you. Do not claw the stench of the past, but remember how you survive. My body said it forgives me too, shit, for the days I couldn't stand the very sight of it. My body told me to stop finding sanctuary in temporary hearts. My body cussed me the hell out. My body said, you better start loving me because I ain't going nowhere. Through sickness and in health, I'm going to be here even on the days where you do not feel like loving me back. Do you see? I'm going to be here. Do not hold me fragile. Hold me tight. Call me beautiful. I am still here. We are still here, holding you, working for you, showing up for you, girl, still woman, still you, still both, still blood and heart and soul and mind. I'm yours, mate. My body says I belong to you, right? So then act like it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Give it for Jasmine one more time. She is such a delight, one of my favorite people. Also, can we give it up for our ASL interpreters? Both of them. They have volunteered their time to be here, and I love the fact that they are just killing it. I know we speak fast sometimes, and they're keeping up with us. I love it. I'm sorry. We're halfway there. All right, y'all. So the next poet is my bestie for the resties. My homegirl. We've competed on teams together. We've just shared a lot of life together. She is an educator, a poet, and just a dope-ass person. So everybody give it up for Aman K, Batra.
What's up, everybody? Hi, yes. I think just a little higher. Perfect. How we doing? I see some familiar faces. That makes me really happy. Yesika said earlier that I've come from like the long, faraway land of Artesia. Do we know where that is? Yes? Y'all have been? Okay, so you know that's where Little India is. Okay, I'm Punjabi, and that's where I actually grew up. I grew up in Little India. I was the child of Pioneer Boulevard, where every shopkeeper on the block knew my name. I actually remember being 14, and my family, we owned a store called Bombay Spices. We actually owned it for over 30 years, but I was 14 at the time, and I was sitting behind the register, ringing up a white woman, and she said, "Wow, you speak really good English." So I took her money, and I responded, "Thank you." But what she meant was, I speak my colonizer's tongue better than my mother's. And there's ache in that. My mouth is a desert of guilt, shame, privilege, because it got me into college. It got me speaking this good English. I am the result of an arranged marriage. My mother's way out of a village trying to quiet her rage. When she immigrated here, my dad's parents feared that she would steal all the money in the cash register, leave my father, and start a life of her own. So to gain their trust, she got pregnant. She was 21, living in a country that turned her name, Jasvir, into Jessie. Her accent, a stubborn stain for the cleansing. She balanced ESL classes while breastfeeding her child, running the shop, and learning to drive. And I'm 6 years old when I correct her English for the first time, and she responds, "Thank you." I rid my mouth of mama. I replace it with mom, with an eye roll, with, "If you wanted me to be more like you, you should have stayed in India." But she didn't want me to be more like her. She wanted me to have everything that was denied to her. Lecture halls and nail polish, boyfriends and girlfriends. She wanted me to have a choice in whom I marry. in what languages I speak, and at what age I decide to have a child. In 2016, she took me to India for the first time, and every house in the village knew her name. She, the one that got away, the prize of the people, their praise turning every room she entered into a temple, and I am a continuation of my mother. I write to immortalize her sacrifices. I am the product of her defiance, the student of her hustle, proof of her survival, and I don't get my anger from her. I am her anger, her amplified rage. And so to the white woman at the register, fuck your good English. Mama and I, we are our own language. Thank you. For those of y'all who have not been to Artesia, it is really not as far as it may sound. If y'all want Rex, I got them. So please come talk to me. Really good Indian food, like authentic, very tasty. Yes, we know over here. Okay, here are a few just short poems. This is called Barbecue. Meet me on the 4th, where there is barbecue, but the fireworks don't dance. Okay, maybe we are the fireworks and we dance, but there is no smoke in the sky. I can't celebrate this anthem. Can't wear red, white, and blue together in one outfit. Lend me your stars and I will shine for every state that still can't pronounce my name. Dare me to laugh. Print the American flag on my tongue and then kiss me. Do I taste like freedom to you? Thank you. One more short one. I am at a Leon Bridges concert and the 2 white girls in front of me are singing all the lyrics to Brown Skin Girl. I watch the tall one trace her fingertips across ivory arms and move like the song was made for her. She doesn't touch me once, but is stepping on my toes the entire time. I want to scream, let me have these 3 minutes, but I stay quiet. A theater with dancing hearts is no place for rage with my complexion. Still, I think, how can you appropriate my joy? Do you see how I am a stolen thing? How nothing I love will ever be mine? Thank you. So Yessi had said, yeah, I am a poet, but I'm also a creative producer. I'm an organizer. I'm an educator. And my craft is ever evolving. I started in slam and, really spoken word poetry spaces. Then I went and got my MFA and kind of learned how to craft things for the page. And in the last couple of years, I've really just been in my organizing bag. So this is one of my first shows in a minute. And I'm like, I might get emotional. It's deeply meaningful. It's deeply meaningful because of where I'm at in my life right now. I know Jasmine had said it's been a minute, and these end up being really pivotal moments for artists because y'all, it's hard out here. And to be a multidisciplinary artist or to be someone who has their hand in different pots, a lot can take us away from the actual artistry. So I just really appreciate the space. Thank you, Yesika, for having me, and shout out to the other poets that are touching stage. I really love y'all, and it means a lot to be here. I just wanted to say that. In case I don't have a chance to say it at the end, wanted to make sure I took a moment to be grateful right now. I have 2 directions I could take this set. 1, I just stay in the same lane I'm in. 2, I start talking shit about my ex. And, okay. All right. Okay, yeah, because we got to talk some shit. I just have to get it. I have to get it off my chest. It's really funny because listen, anyone going through a breakup? No one? Are y'all for real or are you lying? Like, everyone's happy in a relationship right now? I saw like 2 hands. I'm deeply jealous. Okay, well, she's going through a breakup. I'm pulling up this poem right now, and it's interesting because there has been a poem that's been in my body for the last couple of weeks. And, you know, it's not something I wrote about this person. It's something I wrote 10 years ago. And I'm like, oh, shit. Same poem, different man. Like, the patterns are patterning. Like, they really are. However, the growth is also growing because the way I respond is different. Me in my 20s, very different from me in my 30s, but the poem still stands, and I can't find it on my phone, so I'm going to try to do it off the top of my head. We good? Can I get some snaps? All right. A little bit about this. Yeah, we met at a party, and the day I met him, I showed up to the party on time, and I called it fate because I don't believe in coincidence. I think that's why I fall in love so damn hard. Each moment is meant to be. Every conversation is the universe telling me something. When we were stretched across 2 coasts, he bent the continent in half just to kiss me. I thought this meant something. So naturally, I started planning our wedding. I mean, nothing too big, but preferably by the beach. Lots of colors, good Indian food. We both come in on horses, no big deal. We honeymoon in Tahiti. We have 3 kids, a boy, a girl, another boy. Yeah, this is the part where you can call me a crazy millennial. We didn't even have a picture together, and it was 2016. We were never in a relationship, just a situationship. Meaning I saw the expiration date, I just decided to ignore it. Like, I know he's emotionally unavailable right now, but we'll work through it on his way to becoming my husband. And I know he hasn't actually said the words, I love you, but it's implied. When he eventually stopped calling, I thought, but what about our beautiful unborn babies? I searched for the perfect song to describe our situation, and when I found it, I did not send it to him. I was afraid of seeming too attached, emotional, in my feelings. One day after having sex, I texted him first because I wanted to, have a conversation. He, in turn, said, you want to know what your problem is? Your anxiety is going to scare dudes away. I became a soundproof room in a matter of minutes. Internalized everything, and then wondered why it was so hard to get him out of my system. I don't have an anxiety problem. I have a loving people who don't love me back problem, and that causes anxiety. It has become too easy to label a powerful woman as demanding, difficult to please. Now, I've created 2 versions of myself, one to protect the other. I see the good in people, and this isn't always my best quality. It means I stay longer than I should. It means I stay even after I have left. But it also means I'm not afraid of imagining the best possible scenario. I am bold enough to believe I deserve it. And to this day, I am his best kept secret. Good enough to love in silence, but never while the whole world watches. I don't know much about love. I don't know much about breathing either, but I do it effortlessly, like I would die without it. Most men are threatened by my power, which is to say most men are threatened by my love. I will not apologize for any of it. I deserve someone who will dream big with me, who will love me out loud, and I promise when we do get married, our Indian wedding by the beach will be fucking worth it. Thank you. Y'all don't even know? Wait, guys, shout out to me for remembering it. Like, actually, shout out to that. How much time do I have? Okay. All right. Here goes my last poem. Y'all are lovely. Thank you. I really needed to get that one off of my chest. This one's a little bit more meditative, and I wrote it last year. I went on a trip with my grandma and her sister to Kenya, and that is where my dad's side of the family grew up and was born, between Kenya and Uganda, and it was my first time ever going. And this is following, MFA things, and so the writing's a little bit different, but y'all ready to rock with me? Okay, last poem. I don't know why I hurt on purpose. I choose what abandons me and walk a grassless path. Beg the sky to write my poems. Beg God for more than dandelion seeds. Inside me, there is a lioness with the desire for daughters. Outside me, there are men with wives who want them home. But no matter the story my palms tell, I learned to roar on purpose. I learned to say no and mean it. I learned to blow smoke through my teeth and set fire to institutions. I don't demand respect. I create it. Touch the feet of my elders and locate God at the epicenter of my breath. God is Captain Martin from Mombasa. He gifted me my name on a beaded bracelet and asked for nothing in return. God is the black cat who wanted potato chips and milk, so she followed me home. God is my mother, the Indian Ocean. Dancing in the shoreline of her skirt, I say, Asante Sana. I say, Waheguru Tera Shukr. I say, Mashallah. To some, the sea belongs. To others, the sea is a vacation. Despite every language I know, when I speak, I am still an American. Every Punjabi word I've forgotten is a well I can drown in. Inside me, there is a war between Ganga and gold. Outside me, there is a genocide and a genocide and a genocide. And no matter the neutrality of nations, I say free Palestine on purpose. Like a machine, I am forced to run. Like the daughter of rivers, I was born to retaliate. Who I am is of no importance. God writes my poems and I deliver them on purpose. Me on this stage is an act of aliveness. My breath taxed, my poetry taxed, my body taxed, my taxes another person's death. Ask me what my name is so I can tell you once again, I am insignificant. I belong only to the moment, and the moment is taxed. I am mosquito bites and a dirty red backpack. Follow me into a glass beginning, and I will follow you into tomorrow's soft earth. Let's fight the windmill of violence with the repetition of prayer, with the chorus of Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru. I write to you from Nairobi, where my great-grandfather raised a lion and carried a pistol on purpose. From Los Angeles, where my students form a theater of hearts instead of a weapon. From Turtle Island and Tongva Land, where despite the trillion treacheries of sand, we learn to love on purpose. Thank you.
Get her for Aman. I really appreciate it. Everybody wanted some more of those fucking poems. You have homework. No, I really think that poetry has this beautiful ability to let us see ourselves in other people, right? We all come to poems looking for ourselves, and the writer's job, the poet's job, is to be a mirror. And so I'm really grateful for my sisters who are providing infinite mirrors for y'all to see yourselves in today. And I hope that if you are a secret poet sitting here in the audience, you get the courage to share your work with other people, because it's doing you a service by getting out, but it does the world so much more service if you allow other people to see themselves in you. That's the after school special part of the night, encouraging y'all, but it's really beautiful, and I really love my sister. So the next person coming up is Ashley August, who is a powerhouse. I remember the first time I ever saw her perform, I was like, how the fuck did she do that? And I've just been in awe with her ever since. Again, I said she's from New York, and I have to say that because she embodies her city the same way that I embody mine. And so I see that in her, and I love her for it. And I'm so grateful that she's here with us today. So give it up for Ashley August.
A little lower than that. Thank you. Look here at this white woman playing in my ancestors' face like she no fear. All up on the internet talking about some wade in the water, children. I mean, I guess she sound kind of good, but she ain't no Adele. And even then, what water? Shit, it could be Celine Dion, Barbara Streisand, Amy went back to Black Winehouse. It don't matter. What does a white girl know about waiting? She woke up in her own spit once and thought she had a river to claim. Baby girl, did you miss the title Negro Spiritual? It don't say Little Becky Testament, now does it? And why is you busting it open during a church song? During a song laced in code? What the hell you need a code for? Kim Kardashian's blackface tutorial is free on YouTube. And what water? Cried and believed the wet face equated to black people waiting to be saved? You think the ocean got all salty by itself? Think the bodies just got themselves there? Like she ain't drilling us deeper into the seafloor every time she opened her mouth. Like these lyrics just magically planted themselves in the back of her throat. But what water? She must think she doing something, y'all. Think she gonna build a congregation with her blasphemous tongue. But you know what? I'ma join the church. I'll teach Sunday school. I'll become an usher. I'll serve communion just so I can whisper, you ain't shit at the pulpit. Look. I already don't trust people, okay? But emphasis on the whites, emphasis on the women whites, question on the water, emphasis on their wandering eye and need to touch everything. I wouldn't trust a white woman in water with me. I'll just be surrounded by two things that could take my body if I hold still long enough. You know what? A white woman got Emmett Till's body in the swamp. Whiteness got lead in the water in the fucking Titanic. A white woman by the name of Rose left the love of her life to drown whilst on a 9-foot by 4-foot wooden door that floated her to survival and a movie deal and him to the bottom of the ocean. And if a white girl could do that to a white man, what makes you think this song ain't her trying to turn us into a pretty black aquarium? Of course her eyes are rolling back. She's searching for a note. She thinks she's doing something because there's a standing ovation like there always is for a white girl. Like there always will be for a white girl. She's singing, God is gonna save me. Like, yeah, bitch, duh. Like, damn. God is just another man who will grab her dry hand before my submerged one. Like, fuck. Whiteness is an incurable disease that can now be spread through water. And it's even more dangerous when a white girl starts singing out of key, out of line, out of pocket, out of context, and fuck, what water? Thank you. Jesus. Hi. Oh, thank you. This is how Beyonce feels. I should have worn coochie cutters. That's so nice. Hi, y'all. Okay. Today is a rough day. My body is doing so many different things. I don't feel so strong. So I just wanted to come up here and start first before I doubted myself out loud to y'all. I was like, let me just do. Thank you, amen. Hi, I'm a writer. Plot twist. Oh, thank you. Let me catch my breath. I was out of town for a while, so I stopped working out. Out of town is always the excuse to stop moving your body. But even, I'm on vacation, I'm moving. You know, that fork into my mouth. The translator, I'm so sorry. You're going to have to say a lot of things that who knows how they're going to make people feel. Yeah. I don't even know if you got words for some of the things I'm trying to say. So I'm a writer, a poet. I'm also an actor. Hi. Thanks. Please hire me. It's rough. Sometimes I find myself not memorizing poems because there's two reasons, but the main one is that I'm auditioning and I'm using other people's material, and I kind of hate that. I'm trying to get back into having my own words in my body, because usually I get somebody else's words and they're in and out and, you know, no connection. I mean, there's connection, but you know. So, cool. I'm also visually impaired, so sometimes I don't want to take the chance. Some days are worse than others. Today is not the best day for my eyes, but fuck it, we ball. I'm going to read an excerpt from a play that I wrote called Hee Hee Ha Ha. Thanks. It is a poetic play about work and the world that we're living in, how it's crumbling, but they're all like, still go to work. Yeah, please show up. Hello? I'm sick of it. Could we all just like jump rope and lay down and touch butts? I would love that. I want to quit everything so bad, but insurance. Why do we need insurance? See, that's what I'm saying. Anywho. So this is an excerpt. It's pretty chunky, like me. But this is coming from a character named Mr. Bossman Sir, who represents not only the boss of this company that our character works at, but it also represents, you know, America. Go with me. I'm so many things. You know what? I'm also the nightmare Martin had every waking moment before that one dream. I'm America, KKK, inflate, inflate, inflate. I took art out the school and I got all the kids bullets for their birthdays. The same one who called the plumber to build the pipeline. Same shit, different toilet. I'm the thorn in your side, a sty in your eye, a mean green money-making machine. I'm old money, decrepit dollars, wealth, and I'm full of it. Feed me, Seymour. I'm the thing your mother's prayers just won't work on. Like, no, honey, where are you really from? Like, no, really, really from. I'm the gentrification in Brooklyn in 2010. I'm the gentrification in Brooklyn in 2020 now. I call the cops on the ice cream truck, on the boys selling dime bags, on those black ladies laughing a little too loud. I introduced Kim to Kanye. I built the wall and went to get tacos right after. I'm red dye number 40. I'm all up and through you, baby. Jim Crow done croaked and now I took the throne. You can't get this job without a degree. You can't get this job without 15 years experience. I'm student loan debt. I'm fat as $1 billion bills. I'm fat as $1 billion zero. I'm fat as $1 billion zeros. Daddy Warbucks calls me for father. I'm spam in a can. I'm spam on a call. Hello? We've been trying to reach you about your car's warranty. Hello? Is your refrigerator running? Hello? From the other side, we will watch you burn and call it a necessary campfire. I closed all the 99-cent stores. I opened the dispensaries and made your homies watch from a cell. I'm a white girl doing a black dance on the Ellen Show. Don't you need a new phone? Wouldn't you look better in this? Tell me what you think. Like, off the record, I will literally only give you a penny for your thoughts. Shut up. Get down. Watch your mouth, boy. Hands on your fucking head. Now, hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Do that dance we like. You must make 3 times the rent a month to apply. Keeping your head above water. Making a way when you can. Temporary layoffs. Good times. Is your head really above water, though? Are you drowning? Is the weight of the world slowly killing you day by day? Well, try new gaslight. May cause delusion, weight gain, mind control, arthritis, diabetes, high blood pressure, vision loss, the loss of a limb or extremity, extreme fatigue, mirage, ideas that you're getting ahead, but really you're a hamster spinning in the wheel in the same spot. Blurry blurry vision, upset stomach, no days off, and death. Blue pill, red pill, blue pill, red pill, blue pill, red pill. But look, you gotta understand, right? I had to do it. If there's no one at the top, then there will be no one at the bottom. I mean, nothing to envy. It's the natural order of things. I mean, whose back do I stand on? How else will I pay my daughter's for my daughter's booth at Art Basel? My son's kneecap lengthening surgery. I mean, am I supposed to just have a 5'9" son forever? No, think about how that makes me feel. The answer is sad, and you don't want to make me sad, right? You don't want to take food out of my baby's mouth. You don't want to take food off my table at the Michelin star restaurant I invested in. No, I mean, I didn't think so. So, I mean, you're not a slave. You got a paycheck. I mean, slaves never got paychecks. Well, although they did get a place to sleep and someone always looking out for them. You want 40 acres and a mule? Do you want equal pay? Do you want maternity leave to last longer than a week? How could you give so much time to a baby? You just met him. You've known me forever. Same old good guy. It's me, the good guy, the one at the top. I just keep changing my name, that's all. Debt, inequality, racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, capitalism, societal norms, your ex, your overdraft fee, your diagnosis, your fault he just won't call you back, your fault he just won't stay. You should submit to your man. You live in that neighborhood, you are not the father. I mean, having $1 billion really ain't that much. I mean, in this economy, come on, I could barely fill the tank. I just got a little bit more because I'm a little bit more important. I'm your master. I mean, your lord, your employer, and you're my slave. I mean, property. I mean, employee. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Okay. I'll do one more poem. And not in the accent, actually. I should have came up here like this. This actually would have worked a lot better for me. I feel like people want to listen to British more, but yeah. It's like, next job interview, go in British and see how it works out for you, yeah? So bloody crazy. And this Los Angeles is beautiful, yeah. It's not like London at all, no fog, yeah. All right, thanks for being my friend. They put my Instagram here. You can follow me and tell me nice things because I'm really going through it. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having us. And thank you for listening to poetry. Like, ain't nobody trying to listen no more. This is 2 hours of you not on your phone. That's crazy. Shout out to y'all. Wow. The resilience is crazy in here. Love you. Water dried on my pants. Okay. I heard I ain't good at much, but I know I'm real good at making lists and cleaning my gun. I do it with grace. Say your name, then pull out the box. Say your name, then politely grab her for company. Say your name, then I fish my tongue down the barrel, swimming it back up, catching whatever the last mess I made left behind, immaculate, squeaky clean. Wipe her down with a handkerchief I stole off a man's chest at his funeral. Spoiler alert, I'm the mortician, growing in clientele every day. I started with the first boy. He was a blood, and I was 14. Mirrors on the walls, mirrors on the ceiling, and my body in glass everywhere. His set had a key to the room. They all had plans for me. So I shoot all of them. Then I flip them on their back so they could watch themselves fade as they get their bees up all on the sheets. I shoot the 13 white men who held me and my mother at gunpoint. I thank them for showing me how to put my finger on the problem. The boy from Harvard who said trust in a windowless room, and then I felt more hands than what could have belonged to him, so I shoot him and whoever else I didn't see coming. The teacher who asked me to hike my skirt for a letter of recommendation. The white girls who called me nigga. My ex who said he'll kill me if I don't answer any of his phone calls. Actually, I call the shots now. Here's a ringing in your ear. You know, today, a man yelled at me to smile for him while on the street. So you know what? I'm smiling now and shooting. Anyone who's tried to have my body without my permission, I am loading. Anyone who thinks a fat body can't be stolen, I am loading and unloading. Sometimes I want to turn the gun on myself. But there are just so many names I haven't gotten to yet. Most of my clients have faces, but the diagnosis gets a fucking bullet too. The one that is taking my eyes. The one that got me bleeding like this gun done backfired. All of y'all have it coming. I am so tired. But I have flowers to order, a choir to assemble. I shoot the man who chased me 8 blocks in the night because I wouldn't fuck him. If anyone needs me, tell him I'm busy. Say I got my hands full, the priest, the rapist, my friend's father, who got too close to all of us, the fuck boys, the fake feminists, shoot, I'm the boy. The girl who said I'm not worthy of loving and I just wasted my time and my body in Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, here's to you, Boston, D.C., L.A., Atlanta, San Diego, San Francisco, the sand in the necklace that you gave me. I shoot the glass that it lives in, and I watch as the wind takes the beach away from me while I am here drowning. But I am sinking with my hand up and my pistol's mouth above the water, and they all wanted the same thing from me. Wanted me to love them how they deserved. And I could have done it quicker. If they just held still. Thank you, y'all. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
How y'all doing? Are we all good? Didn't I tell you? I am so proud of all 4 of my sisters and the magic they brought. And please, please follow them, support them. I am only the poet that I am because of them and my community. So thank you so much for becoming a part of my own community. I'm gonna share some poems with you. I have some older work. I have some stuff from my new manuscript that I don't know if it's gonna be new for y'all, but whatever, we'll see. I've been workshopping so much that I just spent a week at Macondo's writing workshop, founded by Sandra Cisneros, name drop. But I got to be around all these brilliant other writers, and just being in community with them makes me think of how tangible it is for us to be around the voices of our lifetime, right? Like, we're here. You all are listening to them now, and you're also sitting amongst them. You might be that too. So again, if you're poets, I want to see you at open mics. I want to see you sharing your work. It's no fun when it's only one of us, especially if you are of a marginalized gender. We need you, right? Women, femmes, queer folks, non-binary folks, we need you, trans folks. So thank you so much for being here. All right, my poems. Again, thank you, Grand Performances, and I know they'll come up at the end or whatever, but in case I forget, because then I may get carried away. I'm Salvadoreña, proud. If I hadn't said that at all yet today, I felt like I needed to say that at some point. You'll find out in the work, but you know. Any Salvies here? My people. And nobody's even mentioned a pupusa yet. We made it. All right. I am what comes after the Civil War. After the dismembered corpses, the burnt sugarcane fields, the mango tree strung with a single hanging body, the man with his tongue in his pocket, the soldiers in the guerrilla, the exodus of my grandmother's children. I arrived after the fleeing, after the bruise was named a desert, after the new country extended its concrete arms of reproach, after living in garages, huddling in small apartments, after raising blonde children who do not know our language, after washing cars we do not drive, after keeping home for women with alabaster skin, after falling in love in the time of asylum, after the alcohol took to my father's veins, after the family murmured his sins, after my mother cut the long coil of her curls, I found my way here and I stayed. A fist of a girl with eyes as big as a wailing mouth. I was born with a pen under my tongue. I know and own all words ever spoken. I am the dream and the nightmare, the burning bush, Moses, David, Goliath, Mary Magdalene, the Holy Virgin, God himself, dead and resurrected. I am not the survival. I came after. I am the victory, a boastful flag. I am not a promise. I am a threat. I am what takes and does not give back. A new history, a forked tongue, a priestess, church in communion, a woman with her own story. Take this, eat it, and remember me. I do all of my writing in English. Papi never let us speak in Spanglish. If you ever heard us speaking in either language, if you ever heard us stuttering in either language from across the room, he would yell, "Spit it out." Sometimes in a poem, I slip on my Spanish and it feels as if I am wearing my mother's wedding dress, but mommy didn't marry in a church, didn't have a big, pretty gown. What she wore was a two-piece set, married in an office somewhere. My sisters and I, the witnesses, we ate at a pupuseria nearby before heading home. This is Spanish to me. What should be, but quite isn't. It's like coming home, but all the furniture is different. Then there's English, and the world is painted in its color. Think of that gray that settles in around dusk. That is English. Sometimes I get lost in it. I know the shape of words, what they feel like, but when I go to touch them, I mix it all up. I laugh, my cheeks turning red. I blame the Spanish. It came first. It is home. Papi would drink. And after drinking, he would talk. Sometimes he chose English. It was a brown, crumpled bag. I would say, "Háblame en español, papi." And he would refuse. It was usually a lecture. You see, formal things in my home only ever came in English. But when he was happy, he would call me to him, "Ven aquí, corazón." And I would go. Papi was papi or a pa or viejo, sometimes even papa, but never father. I kept that for the poems about his drinking, about my angry hurt, about how far away it pushed me. See, if I tell that story in Spanish, it would be too sad. Things sound too real in that language, so I keep it for love songs or boyfriends who don't understand what I'm saying, but they think it sounds nice when I croon things like mi vida, mi amor, mi cielo, mi rey, while my hands are in their hair, their heads on my lap, and I'm talking and talking, saying all these pretty things my mother used to say to me when I was still small enough to be held. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Spanish is a feeling, a longing, a squeeze, an itch, a corner of myself I can't seem to quite get to. And while English, well, it isn't so much of a feeling, but an action. It's like a dance I know all the steps to, but still feel awkward dancing. Un día, cuando tenía 16 años, yo me enamoré de un muchacho y él habla mis dos idiomas, pero la primera vez que me besó, yo entendí de que aunque yo piense en inglés, mi cuerpo responde en español y pues yo jamás voy a saber cómo traducir eso. Mi papá siempre me dijo un idioma a la vez y así me la he pasado cambiando de idiomas como que si fueran zapatos, un par a la vez. I am always only wearing one language at a time, and I will spend the rest of my life trying to learn everything I've lost, we've lost in translation. Radiohead is playing and I've yet to meet you. It's the year 2000 something, and a song is just a song, not a fist knocking out my teeth. Yes, I was born a sad girl, but on those nights, the loneliness had no face while I rode buses at 3 a.m. for the fuck of it, hiding in bookstores, scribbling in journals, wondering what the taste of a flesh and bone love would have been like. Back when I used other women's pictures like nightgowns, I'd slip into and murmur into phone receivers on the other side, a man who would spit at me if he knew that I was fat and ugly. And you are waiting for me years away, like a promised lightning storm that could come and split me in half. I don't care if it hurts. I want someone to notice when I'm not around. Any wrestling fans here? No? I know I'm dating myself because when I was younger, the WWF, WWE, whatever, the copyright, right? Don't sue me. But WWE, I grew up watching The Rock and all those, and Hulk Hogan joined somebody else, and hell, I don't know, whatever. But wrestling was a big thing in my home. I'm one of 3 sisters. I have 3 boy cousins. We're the same age. The boy cousins would force us to wrestle with them. And then I would cry because I just wanted to be in my room reading books, being the emo poet girl, right? But recently when John Cena, who is a little bit of context, John Cena has always been like the hero in the wrestling world. He's always been one of the good guys. And recently he had a turn where he became like, not good, and there were little boys on TikTok crying, and I thought it was so funny, because I was just like, these poor things, that's what they're crying about? There's so much more to cry about in this world. But so I thought I was gonna write a different poem, and this is what came out. So the title is, John Cena Stopped Being Good and Little Boys Are Crying. I too believed men who slammed bodies every night could be good. My father once broke a window that sliced my chin. That same night, I put him to bed and then promised I loved him. Another time, he punched me so hard, I thought maybe I was the son that he wanted after all. There's also the watermelon rind he tossed at my head, the leather belt that knew my flesh as much as his hugs did. Jenny and I found that belt one afternoon. It was worn out and falling apart, but still licked our skin occasionally. We cackled as we tore it apart with our hands. Feral girls, he called us. My father was a good man, the face of our family. He went to all teacher meetings, came home every night, told us we were smart and pretty, his greatest treasures, but he turned heel after the liquor. His insults, the gimmick. If you ask me now, I remember him baby-faced, standing tall in the light, the crowd roaring, my sisters and I crying, or laughing, or begging him to stop. All right, I got 2 more poems for you, and then we're gonna wrap up the night. Are we good? That was the first time I read that poem out loud, so thank you for holding me through that. I realized halfway, I'm like, oh, this is a lot. In a beautiful way, right? And that says a lot to y'all that I felt comfortable enough to trust you with that. It was one of my maybe poems for today. So thank you for receiving that. 2 more poems for you. I'm a Marvel fan, and so this was inspired. It's not about that, but it was inspired by Wanda. I'm really intrigued by the character of Wanda, WandaVision, and all that. And so I've written a lot of poems about traveling the multiverse because of her. Poet travels the multiverse. Alternate universe. My father's kidneys never kill him. Instead, they multiply and move into hundreds of bodies. And now Tanya, my tia Marina, my tío Rufino do not die. Grief is a word I swallow and never bother to relearn. Alternate universe. I am born with a uterus that doesn't spit out my children. My oldest is now 22, my daughter is 9, my youngest is 7, and motherhood is mine at PTA meetings, after-school programs, soccer games, Christmas morning. Alternate universe. I love him, and he loves me, and it doesn't hurt, nor his anger block out the sun, nor his breath curdle with alcohol. We finally marry, and I wear a dress so white it blinds the sky. We spend the rest of our lives sleeping side by side, and I never have to wonder where he's at, if he's still alive, if anyone will know to tell me the day he isn't. Alternate universe. My parents never leave El Salvador. The war does not happen, and my mother's hands are my mother's hands, not fingers gnarled after years of cleaning white people's houses. And my father is an old man asleep on a hammock, not a box of ashes. My sisters and I brought back to his land of volcanoes. Alternate universe. My body never becomes a machine that betrays me. My right leg is not an apology, not a water-filled log full of nerve damage. And the only sugar that runs in my veins is named love. Its cure is my nephew's kiss. Its insulin is my niece's star-filled eyes. Current universe. Here, where my mind is a wormhole. And I am a woman made of love and errors. I can name every mistake I've ever made, every heart I've ever broken, nights where the manic pounds at my door. If I tell you that I am bipolar, you will hear that there are two of me. But what I'm really saying is that I am the engine of a dismantled clock. I work and work and work and work just to pass the time. I'm outrunning no one but myself. But I need you to witness my labor, to see my work, to understand that my thoughts betray me everywhere, except on paper. I write a poem, and somewhere someone eats a mango so ripe it's bursting out of its skin. The pulp of my heart staining any hands willing to hold me. Okay, sorry. At my funeral, I want to dedicate this for my sister Tanya Ingram, who every time I read this poem, I'm always thinking of her. And she wrote her own version of it that we didn't know we were going to end up reading at her funeral. And so I just want to put her name out there. And if she was still with us, she would have been at the show. I would have brought her here because she was magic. So please look up Tanya Ingram's work. She's magic, and I just wanted to call her into this space. Damn, Yessi, now you fucked yourself up. Hold on. All right. At my funeral, I want you to play Beady Booty Bom Bom, followed by Back That Ass Up, followed by Juan Gabriel, followed by anything by Beyonce. I said Beyonce to my 16-year-old niece that I liked her, and she rolled her eyes at me. And so this isn't part of the poem, but I just realized that she did that to me. And I feel some kind of way that Beyonce is now on Team Music. And then she goes, let me guess, you like Radiohead? And I was just like, I mean, not anymore because, Zionism, but, whatever. At my funeral, I want you to eat all of my mother's food. She will be grieving and offer you plateful. Say yes to each one. This will let her feel closer to me. At my funeral, don't read any of my poems. I wrote those to stay alive. Let them rest, pack their bags, stretch their limbs, find new fingers. At my funeral, let the men make jokes. I have understood that machismo only allows them to be tender through laughter, and I want them soft and sweet during my final goodbye. At my funeral, thank the women, my sisters, my homegirls. They are holy, and what I am the saddest about leaving. At my funeral, I want you to round up all the babies and sneak pastries into their tiny hands, pinch their chubby cheeks. I want you to let all of the little girls play with my lipsticks, especially the red ones. I want each mouth to be a rosebud made just for me. At my funeral, don't feel obligated to cry. Dance if that's what your body asked for. Remember, this body of mine felt most alive beneath strobe lights and loud music. At my funeral, I will be dead, of course. But this will be a victory. Praise the sudden illness or accident that claimed me. Praise the hospital bed I exhale in. Praise the doctors, nurses, and prayers that try to keep me. Praise this heart of mine that just couldn't anymore. Praise the years that came or wrapped themselves around my legs and pulled me away. Praise my death because it did not come from my own hands or from a razor blade or from a pill, but instead it came because my body or my God said, come home. And I collected all that I am and I walked through that door. At my funeral, I want you to play a song that says, I survived myself. Praise be. Such a sweet, sweet end. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Did I tell you that the last thing I told my father when he was alive was, Papi, it's okay to go. I love you. Well, the last thing I told him when he was on the respirator was, Papi, go. I love you. I thought of you today at 3 p.m. I love you. I owe you a phone call. I love you. I need to email you. I love you. I ran into you at the supermarket. I love you. Come over for a cafecito. I love you. Your favorite show is on. I love you. Did you watch the novela tonight? I love you. 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 Los Angeles. If there is anything you know for certain every day, all the time, let it be that I fucking love you. Thank you so, so much. Thank you so, so much. Can I have all the poets come up here on stage? Here for Vanessa, for Jasmine, for Ashley, for Aman. If anybody wanted to take a picture of all of us, this is the time. So, yeah, come closer, come closer, come closer. Thank you all so much. I hope you go home feeling as free as we do. Thank you.